With £40 in my pocket and my bank card too, the nighttime warrior music is upon us. The year was still 2007, and Mazooma Gaming and QPS Interactive, sister companies of Belfruit Gaming, were at the forefront of releasing machines in the UK. Now these ones here, QPS and Mazooma Gaming, they were out and about in every single big chain pub, every single Wetherspoons. And then eventually, as the months passed by and they started rotating their machines, they went into the next big pub. And then they ended up going into the smaller pubs, and then they ended up going to your local pub. They lasted such a long time, and because of that reason, they made an absolute fortune for fruit machine players. Now this one here is what we call a playing method. It's a way of getting a jackpot much quicker than the machine wants to give you, and it will also give you the telltale signs to allow you to know that. Now you could take a jackpot of one of these every single day, and you could do that day in day out for months upon end, and you'll be making yourself between £10 to £25 per machine, and you had 30 of these. Well, I certainly had 30 of these to do every single day. Now you can do the maths of how much that potentially is, or how much that is, and that's not including if they streaked. I mean, if they streaked, you would be adding an extra £100 per machine if they were all to streak. Obviously they weren't all going to streak, but you can see what I mean by that. So the scale of money that you can make was ridiculously good. Now Pink Panther on the right was originally released at £25 jackpot, along with some clones, some identical machines such as Rover's Return and Cabin Fever and Getting Ziggy with It. They were all out and about at the £25 jackpot era. But when they got upgraded to 35, that extra £10 in jackpot made all the difference. And also, because they were now £35 jackpots, they had to introduce something different. So they introduced the 50p button. And that did wonders with the RTP, or what we call the return to player percentage, and also enhanced odds. So they would play 10 times better on 50p than the traditional £25 jackpot would on 25p or 30p, say. So Pink Panthers, when they were out and about with all Rover's Return and Cabin Fevers, they were great games. Cluedo, the usual suspects, changed the way that fruit machines were approached. And what I mean by that is, typically any fruit machine player would go out Monday to Friday, and they would go out first thing in the morning and get to a pub for what we call doors, i.e. when it opens, and they would go around all their machines, the best ones on Monday and Tuesday, and then ultimately on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday they would either go to new areas, but they would soon run out of things to play normally during the week. But that's what they would normally do typically, and that's what I used to do when we were playing fruit machines. However, we soon realised that becoming the nighttime warrior, the battling the fruits in the darkness in the UK, was the best way to go. And that was because these required time to recover, but not too long. They only needed about £40 before they started showing the signs of, a potential another jackpot. So what you could do is you could go to one of these at 6 o'clock in the evening, and then the next day let people come in from work and put a few more quid in it, and maybe a £20 note in a note changer, and guess what? It'll be due another jackpot by the time you get round there the next day. And that's what people used to do, including myself, was go out in the evenings and just rip a jackpot out of these games, especially the Cluedos, every single day. Now, if it didn't take any money and it hadn't been played, and you literally are putting the next quid in after you collecting 35 the day before, then it wasn't at the end of the world. I mean, you would lose a few quid, especially buying your drink, but it was really easy to see when this game was dead, especially the Cluedo, because it would start on the second feature, Colonel's Cash. And that was if there was nothing on Superhold. Let's imagine there is 10 quid on Superhold when you got on the feature, such as this here. It would definitely start on Colonel's Cash anyway if it was dead, because it wouldn't want to give you that Superhold for a tenner. But if there was nothing in view and it started on the second feature, then you knew 100% that game was stone dead. So you would just collect your money and leave. However, 9 times out of 10 you'd be going to these and they would be showing live for a jackpot. And that's what you needed to do, was take a jackpot as quick as you could by a couple of little easy steps. Now, the Pink Panther on the right was a much more generous game than the Cluedo on the left, and the reason for that was the red bars. That's what you needed to play on both of these games, and all of the rest of the clones was play for red bars when you have a certain numbers set up on the reels at the top here, and then you would battle the game in that manner. So red bars is a selector board, and you'll see this in a minute when we play the Pink Panther on the right, that it would give you different board configurations, different selectors, certain amount of features, certain amount of cash, certain amount of highs and lows, and bombs being open or the super board being shut. So it'd give you lots of different configurations, and you needed to know when to hit that when you had certain numbers set up. And it was all to do with having 11 in the middle or 2 or 11 on the left. And I'll show you multiple ways how the jackpot is ripped in a second. Now, I would count quickly: Super Hold Red 1, Colonel Cash 2, in the Pink 3, Pink Paradise 4, off the bombs 5, yeah, off the 11 in the middle 6. Yeah, there's probably about 6 ways of getting jackpot out of both of these games, and that allowed you to have, you know, multiple different options really. So you'll see that in a minute. Super Hold was one of the easiest ways of getting it, and you've probably seen people do it on the videos on YouTube. It requires a certain setup of the red bars, because there's a couple of different fruits that have these red bars on it. If people are a bit confused what I mean by red bars, it's this little red box that sits behind the fruit. So yeah, you could get that set up and collect Super Hold, and I'll try and show you all the ways that I get jackpot off these. But before I do that, I'm going to put some money in. I'm going to play it on 50p, and I'm just going to get a feature board. Oh, straight away in. Okay, so how do I tell if it's ready? Well, straight away I can see that this has got a jackpot in it, because it started with a skill bonus and it started on red Super Hold. Now, there's not much there, but red Super Hold is pretty much free. So I'm going to go high on this 5 or this 11, this 6 for 11. So the 5 likes to go to a 6 to give you that 11 in the middle, but this also likes going to an 11 as well. So I'm going to try and get the number set up. That didn't look too bright, did it? But then again, I did have an extra life, so. Okay, so I've got 11 set up on the left. So I'm going to take the Super Hold, because red Super Hold isn't, I don't want to say it's free, because it's not, but it's much more prone of giving you wins and such. But I'm going to take these red bars and hope it gives. Okay, so didn't really want that because it's going to change my number. I mean, I could have just took 2 quid. Okay, so it's gone to 3 quid. I'm going to high on a 7 for a 6, hopefully. That survived anyway. Okay, low on 11, hopefully for 12. Well, I've probably buggered up this a little bit. But it's off the red Super Hold, so it shouldn't matter too much. But we start off with 11 quid. We know it's got life and we know it's got a jackpot. So regardless, we're going to just recycle. Recycle the value if it has taken a little bit, and we're going to try and get our setup. If it opens up the super board, it's got a jackpot in, and high on that 11 for that 210 setup, collect a quid. The best setup you can have that is, the reason for that is because you can still trap the jackpot off the 10. You need to be on that bomb there with 2 red bombs high on the 10, or the 2 is lovely jubbly for in the pink. That's what we'll be going for, unless we get the Super Hold set up. So, what am I, only a 5 in at the moment? Oh, there's the red bars, so got to keep my eyes. Oh, I missed it already. Okay. I nearly missed that. It's quite hard to keep your eyes on everything, but I have got jackpot here. So I'm going to go high on this 10, it'll go to 11, back to skill, and then we just go around to the third bomb. And then we got invincible mode. As simple as that, as quick as that. We just now high-low to get red mega and see if it goes more than 35 really. I mean, if it likes to do an extra 5er, which is always nice to have that extra amount, but If it goes anything more than that, like significantly more than that, then it's streaking and you know it's got another jackpot in. But even after this, I'm going to cycle the money back through and I'll get jackpot off a different way, a different feature, and I'll just keep showing you a few of them. I probably won't show you them all, just because it could take hours. There we go, there's the red mega. And let's see what it does. Takes quite a while, this mega. Does have the tendency just to drop in smallish wins. It could just go tenner, 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 fiver, but it doesn't. It's not programmed to do that. Now, it wasn't uncommon for these to have 2 jackpots in, maybe 3 jackpots in, if they had been like rode by punters quite a lot. So, you know, there isn't a slim opportunity of getting another one, in the sense that there might be, but more chances is not. But we'll get another board and we'll see. There's the 35. Let's see if it's going to take a credit for an extra fiver, or if it's going to be a flat 35. Okay, so it's going to carry on for another fiver. Now you can tell that straight away it's not going to be any more than 5 or 6 quid because of the values that it's dropping in. If it was dropping in grapes and red 7s and melons, then you know it's streaking, it's going mad. So an extra 6 quid. Right, and I was, so 5 quid in that, £5 in that. So I'm making 48 quid on this Pink Panther, and I've been playing it, what, for 10 minutes or whatever, not even that. I'm off to the next one now, and I'm just ripping jackpots out of every single pub as quick as I can, in the evening, being that nighttime warrior, just getting money, 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 just thinking, let's get around every single one as quick as I can. So what I'm going to do now anyway, just for the video, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to wrap round a quick 50 or 45 through the machine, and I'll bring you back for the next jackpot opportunity off that red bars, just to show you there is multiple ways of getting jackpot. Okay, so I've rattled through. I actually put 45 in it, so whatever that works out, 26 quid I've backed through, and it's showing for another jackpot. So it's going to be a little bit of a battle, maybe. Get up there. Just seeing if it started on a on a super hold there or nothing. So when I say it showed, it opened up the super board and yeah, gave a couple of red cashes. But that looked terrible, that board. Pretty sure, there you go. So this is a super hold setup. So straight away it's hit for the super hold. So I've actually got the jackpot again anyway off the bombs, as you can see. So I can go high in that 10 again for the back to the bombs. And realistically that's what you should do here, because the mega can carry on. But I'm going to just take the super hold just to show you that with this setup you have actually got jackpot there in view, which is pretty good and nice. Yeah, so that is quite surprising that came around that quickly, but it just shows you that you can do them from dead and not lose that much, you know. Excuse me, that was a profit. Okay, so I've got £15.50. I'm just going to show you very quickly how dead it looks. So how much it will cost for a board and the sort of things it's going to do when you get the board it will cost here about, you know, about £6 for a board. There you go, gave it there. It will start on the second feature, even though there's there's a fiver there. What I want to be trying to get here is some red features. I've just shot myself straight in the foot. Got to take the cash times for £2. Couldn't go lower than that 11, it would kill me. So, but that's it. It's stone dead now, so I'm not going to bother playing it anymore. But I want to actually. I'm going to show you in the pink. Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring you back. Right, I've changed your plan. I've actually put money into Cluedo, and I'm only going to bring you back when I give us a clue to show you. But it's so loud, I can't turn the volume down on it. So, yeah, I didn't want to bring you this game really because of that reason. But I'm going to show you and how you can what we call wedge. So wedging the wilds in on this one, which is to be a simple bottom, middle, and then hold. You can also go middle, hold. There's lots of different configurations on that give us a clue, but I'll show you that in a minute, and hopefully it won't hurt your ears too much. Okay, I just got a board and it has got a jackpot in. Well, I had about 2 or 3 boards. One thing I did forget about this Cluedo, this was upgraded to 70, and they were really good at 70 because of the way that the jackpot is doubled in price and size. It's 70 instead of 35, so everything worked the same pretty much, apart from you had to mainly do it off the 11 in the middle. But great games. So I just thought I'd mention that very quickly. I will now bring you back for the give us a clue feature. Okay, I've got the setup. Just need to get up the top. Sorry about the noise. It's very loud. Do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Only way I can get it here is if I go high on the 6, the high on 11, and low on 12. 8. Let's get skill stop now and skill it. So skill it around to skill 5 times will boost 1 feature. I need to do this 6 times.
You look shifty.
Need to hit skill once more. Oh, it's done it. Okay.
You look shifty.
Now I need to hit a super feature. Right, I wasn't planning on doing that, but I've got a number runner feature. Have to go down there. Right. Need this one instead. Got very lucky then. Got lucky.
You look shifty.
Okay, well, I got lucky then with that number runner because I stepped the left one twice instead of once. I was trying to hold that red 7. But it still did step, and luckily got the jackpot. It doesn't see it. It sees, you know, blocking at 5 or 6 quid. So as long as you've got not enough numbers there to go anything above, like 4 above that, then it will let you step. But got very lucky. I wanted to give us a clue just to show you the wedging. So you would normally spin the wilds around. So there's 2 wilds on the middle reel, and you want to be hitting it bottom, middle, and that's the first wild out of the 2. And then you just hold down the middle reel. You don't have to hit it anymore, and it just drops the wild in automatically all the way to jackpot. Then you have to hit the last one for mega. I wish I could show you that, but the video is getting a bit too long. But what a great set of games. Absolute memory bankers these are. Brings back a lot of faithful and great memories of making a lot of money in the evenings of 2007 and 2008. Please whack in your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.